researching and collecting information on this case, as well as the investigation against County Prosecutor Robin Dunn. I've also taken a look into the history of some of those who have publicly vocalized their issues with some of the county elected officials. Jefferson County, a farming community where some people have deep-rooted concerns of how the county is run. Sheriff Blair Olson was indicted in January. In March, a recall election was held for prosecuting attorney Robin Dunn. Not enough people voted in favor of the recall, and Dunn kept his seat. Some citizens have voiced their opinions about elected officials through news organizations and social media.
People are tired and they are fed up and they are just exasperated with what we see as corruption.
Nearly 500 people are members of the Facebook group We the People of Jefferson County. Lindsay Goody is an organizer of this group. She started Dunn's recall petition.
Presenting our petitions.
Goody and her group say Dunn is not fit for office because Dunn gave bad legal advice costing the county over $82,000. Dunn takes on too many roles in the county and city while running his private firm. Dunn's behaviors do not align with what should be expected of an elected official. In a Bannock County Sheriff report, Dunn pulled a knife out during a dispute at the horse race track in Pocatello. He shouted obscenities and used vulgar hand gestures. Despite these claims, prosecutor Robin Dunn believes they may have an axe to grind. In a text to me Friday night, Dunn said, quote, "In my opinion, two of the leaders of negative publicity against me have a personal vendetta." Lindsay Goody is a former employee of Robin Dunn. She left Dunn's office in June of 2000.
My husband was fired from the county.
Goody's husband was fired in July of 2009. Goody says the county's reasoning for her husband's firing was for creating disharmony in the office. The firing was 3 months after she says he was demoted for reporting prescription drug sharing between employees in the probation office.
And that has nothing to do with it.
We were talking about that last night, you know, and for me, it's more about the incidences that started that I mentioned before.
Goody says starting the recall and speaking out about county issues is not relevant to her previous employment with Dunn or her husband's dismissal from the county.
This was more about what's been going on in the last 4 or 5 years. And, you know, after the Eagle Rock sanitation case, the Lawrence Blackburn issue, a bunch of these different things are kind of piling on. And then it was the incident at the racetrack where he was very unprofessional, used vulgar language, vulgar hand gestures. That was the moment for me that I thought, what are we doing here? This is our prosecuting attorney behaving like this in a public setting.
Goody isn't the only one claiming they want change. Shelley Allred, a supporter of the group, has been vocal about her issues, saying she feels Dunn shouldn't be in office.
Enough is enough. That he's an elected official and he is giving bad advice, and a lot of different things led back to Mr. Dunn as being the common denominator with a lot of the entities in the county.
Allred is a former employee of Dunn. She quit in 2005 after working for him for 15 years. In 2007, Allred emailed Dunn's office saying she was filing a workers' comp claim. The claim was for an elbow injury that she says happened 2 years before. Dunn's office replied in an email saying Idaho code requires workers' comp claims to be filed within 60 days after the accident. She dropped the claim in 2008, but not before sending an email in return saying, quote, "I'm not trying to quote-unquote blackmail anyone. I just want you to know what is going to happen if he keeps disputing this. It is personal to him for some reason, but believe me, it is very personal to me now too. I can't believe he would let it go this far. I just wanted my medical bills paid. Now it's way past that."
Did you write this email?
Yes.
Is that relevant?
You know, I'm not even... I think at that point when, you know, I think it was a legitimate injury. I had to have 2 surgeries after that. I just wanted him, even at that point, to do what was right. And he still wasn't doing it. And so at that point, this blackmail word may be, I know what went on in that office for 15 years.
I asked if the failed workers' comp claim was a reason that she is accusing the prosecutor of not being fit for office.
No, it's really not It's not personal, it's just something that isn't right. And what we've always said through this whole thing is what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong.
Interview, Shelley Allred called me asking for me not to run this report. She says it is not relevant to the allegations and could put a bad mark on what the group has done. If you're interested in learning more about why the group was seeking recall, you can head to our website, localnews8.com. Lindsay Goody gave me some of these news articles talking about why she was seeking recall. Yesterday, I asked her to provide me with some more documentation supporting those claims. She did give me this, which is a Bannock County Sheriff's report talking about the incident that Mr. Dunn had at the Pocatello racehorse track. As of right now, one grand jury has convened in Jefferson County, and as of right now, no charges have been filed against Mr. Dunn. Live in Twin Falls County, I'm Chelsea Brensel.